people, it's Lucy here at Paddock Lane Stitchorium, coming to you with the first of my Needlework Marketplace updates. Sitting here at the end of the first week of designers releasing their new patterns, getting super excited about all the talent that is out there. I myself am going to be appearing again at the Needlework Marketplace. This year, however, I am doing it through my American distributor, Stitching Bits and Bobs, or Willoughby Ann. I'm not sure which name she uses. So if you're looking for all my new releases there, you'll have to look there. I'll find out that information and tell you more about them in another one of these videos. My plan is to bring you this video every week leading up to the Needlework Marketplace, which is an online trade show for in-person LNSs and online LNSs, ONSs. So as Paddock Lane Stitchorium, we will be attending as an ONS, which means we can bring the patterns to people at an affordable and accessible price. So if you are interested in any of these charts, please jump onto the website and you will find them under the other designers charts section. I'm trying to try and zhuzh up the website tomorrow to make it really obvious on the front page, along with a couple of the other changes that we've had recently, particularly being Australian distributors for Nerge, Pony, Pip and Chip and CXC. So if you're interested in any of those things, we'll try and make it a bit easier to find on the website so you can place your orders and find what you need in Australia easily and affordably. All right, so there has been about a dozen designers whose emails have come through already. And same as with last year, I've gone through and seen which ones appeal to me and also to what I think will appeal to you, being my customers who like to purchase from Paddock Lane. So the first one is Counting Puddles, and I'm going to be putting in pictures for you to see the pieces, and excuse me reading, but I'm going to get the information right. So Counting Puddles has got 3 new releases for the marketplace, and you have to pre-order these by the 11th of August. So you need to jump online at paddocklanedesigns.com and place your order. Now, please only pay once for postage. So whichever your first order is you do, pay postage. As the designers roll out, put it as pickup, because that way I'll combine the postage together. And if there's any difference, if you go mad and you shop lots, then I'll cover the extra postage, no problem. So you're only going to pay for the postage once. So do that on your first pre-order that you do. The pre-orders will be coming to you as soon as I get them, which will be probably about 2 weeks or so after the actual event, which is the 21st to the 24th of August. So by mid-September, you should hope to have them, which would be really exciting. All right, so Counting Puddles have got this beautiful one called Quiet as a Church Mouse. And it was inspired by a brass candle holder that the designer had in the kitchen, shaped like a mouse. It's fun and whimsical. So it's 86 by 123 high, and it is using DMC. It does, however, use some of the different embroidery stitches, which I love. So there's cross stitch, half stitch, back straight stitch, star stitch, stem stitch, and St. George's cross. The second one they've got is Santa's Coming to Town, which is another one inspired. It says inspired by a brass candle holder, but I don't think that's what they mean. I think they forgot to take that out. So it was inspired by pondering what would happen if Santa needed to get to town quickly and didn't want to bother with prepping his sleigh and reindeer. So he's going to drive a car with peppermint wheels, of course, with the Christmas tree strapped on top. 84 by 88 wide, and it is also DMC, uses just regular stitches and the St. George cross. And then the third one they've got is called Woodland Aglow, and it's one of the ones that's looking into sort of, catching on to this trend that's very popular at the moment of moths and mushrooms. So it is fireflies floating around in ethereal fashion, leading behind delicate trails which are created with a black work type of stitching, which is, black work is like a straight stitch, so, or back stitch. So it's a lantern lighting up its surrounding in the dark autumn night of acorns, mushrooms and pine needles. 97 by 126, again, all DMC, and it also adds the French knots to the St. George's cross and star stitch. So there you go. That's what we've got from Counting Puddles. We then also have put, and we haven't put every designer's email on our website because we didn't think that you would necessarily be interested. Most of these have minimum orders, so I think it's usually at least 3 or 6 charts. So if we don't receive enough pre-orders to order from that designer, we may not go ahead with ordering from that designer. So please put your pre-orders in, help us out to get the orders. A new designer who I met in person the other day, and he is lovely, is called Ghost Boy. Ghost Boy Needleworks, he's got quirky, cartoony sort of characters happening. And so he has 3 that I've put on the site. And I like to support fellow, burgeoning designers because we've got to start somewhere, don't we? And I'm still starting. I'm still trying to get, you guys to love my patterns. So I want to support other people. That's what I'm about, building the community. Trick or Teeth. This one is 70 by 87, and you can see that it has got a gorgeous alligator dressed up in a wolf's coat. It reminded me very much of the piece that I designed for, that's in the current Halloween edition of the Just Crotch Stitcher magazine, where I had my Australian animals dressed up in Halloween costumes. So that's why it appealed to me. It's, just using DMC. The second one's called Angel of Mischief, which has got a lovely snake dressed up in an angel costume. And it is 76 by 82 as well, using DMC. And the third one is called Bloom and Doom, which is a bat dressed up as a sunflower. Also same size, 76 by 82, using just DMC. So, if you have the same sense of humour as me and you think they're really cute and adorable and would make really cute little gifts for you to make for smalls or ornaments, then support Ghost Boy Needleworks and purchase the patterns from me, and we will give him some love. We have Sprouting Lupine. Very, very popular one from last year. This design is doing great things. Delft Bunnings, all in the Delft blues. 153 by 195 stitches, and it is using DMC threads, some of which you need 2 skeins of, so it's pretty big. And all the prices for these are on the website. I haven't remembered what they are. Sprouting Lupine's all about nature. I'm pretty sure she's an ornithologist, if that's the right word, from memory. So she's the one who sort of, kick-started the craze, but this is her style. Ochre Wings. So we've got a bunch of different moths there. Again, using DMC, 97 by 127 stitches. This next little one's a cute, sweet one. And again, more sort of moths and butterflies. I think they're moth. They're probably moths. But pink velvet. It's 3 small designs. So nice to make a nice small and little, pin cushions and tart tins. So 61 by 54 is the big moth, and 62 about is for the others. Just DMC threads again. And it's on a piece of fabric called Blush, and I have to admit it looks a lot like Paddock Lane's Blush. So we can help you out with fabric, guys, for any of these. You can ask us and we will find something that suits. Okay, I put in there Biscornu Evening Dance because some people like to do a Biscornu, and it is 79 stitches square on both sides, and it is using a bunch of DMC, and it does have a specific joining colour, so there you go. All right, now with any of these designers, if you see another chart that you're really keen on, you're more than welcome to message do it through the Shopify Messenger. That's the most accurate way to get me to find your messages, because my emails get blown out of proportion, so things do get lost. So you put a message through the Shopify, through the website, through that messenger, it will get to us, and we will be able to add whatever it is you're looking for onto the pre-order list. All right, Sprouting Lupine is also released Nature's Journey. This is the one that was in one of the magazines, and it is 196 by 252 using a bunch of DMC threads. And I think that's all we have got listed for that. We've got the Stitch Crypt. The Stitch Crypt has a bunch of different exclusives. Not all of them appealed to me. They might appeal to you. We've got Fox in the Hollow, and this one has a beautiful fox amongst his full foliage. I love the way the trees are framing him. And it is 85 by 90 stitches. That's part of their In the Branch series. DMC colours. We've got the Bear in the Den, very wintry. Again, In the Branches series. You can see him amongst those snowy gums. And he is 105 by 77 stitches, just using DMC. We have the Winter's Cardinal, Peaceful Moment in the Snow, 73 by 85 stitches. And then there's two of what I presume is a series, a rethinking of the traditional zodiac animals. So we have got the Aries with a peacock, 77 by 104 using DMC, and Libra with the elk, and that is 77 by 104. So I feel like if it's not already out there, the whole of the zodiac's coming. So if you're interested in that, then keep an eye out. Watch this space. It might take a while for them all to come out, but they will get there. Okay, there's another new designer that I wanted to highlight, calling the Cozy DH Stitchery. I know nothing about them, but I did like their designs, and in particular, they have got one that's called the Cat Cafe, where all the proceeds go to a local cat rescue. So I really appreciate that they're caring for the cats as well. So I'm pretty sure on the website, and again, they had far more charts than we put up, including some really cool ones actually with some words. So if you like any of them, let us know. But the ones that we've shared with you for now, I'm scrolling down to find them. Remember Hydration, 126 by 161 stitches, and it is about when this you see, remember to hydrate. So it's just like a garden thing with a bunch of people remembering to drink. But the phrase, again, I thought was quite cool, as was this next one called Drink Goblin. That was a term I've only heard recently, but a drink goblin, someone who has lots of drinks around. I don't have lots of drinks. I usually have just one. So I'm definitely not a drink goblin. But again, my sense of humour was tweaked, so I popped it up there. I read a comment the other day, someone complained about floss tubers who drink when they're online. Well, I'm sorry, but it does mean you need to drink a lot when you're talking so much. So, okay, so Drink Goblin is 39 by 42, nice and small. There is the Tiny Jackalope, 62 stitches in a circle, full coverage. And Forest Witch, same sort of size. These little small ones appealed to me. Love our vets and vet techs. Thank you for caring for our animal family with a bunch of cats and dogs and guinea pigs, and I'm not sure what else on there, but pretty cute, especially if you have a vet or a veterinarian in the family. Only 77 stitches as a round, fit in the hoop. Rhythm. I had to put this one in because it says rhythm with the tism. So it's an autism reference. And as a mum of 2 children with autism, I can really relate to that. So I popped it in there, 55 by 43 stitches. Then there's some more of the tiny series, a tiny Ogopogo, so 62 centimeters, which looks like a Loch Ness monster to me. A tiny Sasquatch, and tiny seasonal samplers for something different. The set of 4, 45 stitches each. Just little words for it, little alphabet for each season. I thought that was really cute. And then that probably brings us down to the Cat Cafe. Oh no, yep, the Cat Cafe, 78 by 51 stitches. Again, as I said, all the proceeds for this go to support their local cat rescue. And probably my favorite, and which is really weird because I don't tend to drink coffee, is today's special, 115 by 116 stitches. So there's another new designer to the show that had some pieces that I thought really I could relate to. Now let me see, who else did I list, because I was going totally off my brain that way. Oh yes, Flossabilities. I love Flossabilities charts. Now their charts are a little bit more expensive, but that's because the charts you get are really high quality booklet style. So if you're wondering why it's a little bit more expensive for their charts, that is why. All right, so we have got their new one that they have released called House in the Haunted Cemetery. And that one fits in with their whole house series that they've been doing. So I've also got the other one. Let's try and find the, oops, no. Are we there? Yes. The other one's there as well. So this one is 191 stitches wide by 91 high using DMC. So the haunted house is there. And then you'll also see that they've got the ones that were released last year, but some of people said they hadn't seen them. So I popped them all on here. Cabin in the Woods, Shack on the Shore, Sunset on the Savannah, and Chalet in the Snow. So I've got that whole series listed. And again, I have to get the pre-orders in by a particular date. A lot of these designers want us to get them in by about 12th. Again, the dates are written on the profile in my website. I also put in this one, which is another sort of house one. It's called Sleepy Hollow, 191 by 111 stitches. What a beautiful sort of autumnal piece. And yes, it's telling the sort of tale of Sleepy Hollow, which I know we in Australia don't really follow, but I just love the colours. And also this one I put in for the people who love Middle Earth. It's the majestic smog soaring above a mountain range in a Quaker style design. So I see fire, and it is 157 stitches square. So that's what Flossabilities had to offer. But wait, there's more, because I put up all the ones that appealed to me so far. So Fine Frog Stitching. Fine Frog Stitching is another one that we don't, necessarily get easy access to. And so I want to be able to bring you things, make them accessible, that you can't necessarily get easily. And I know there are other shops in Australia that'll be filling orders, and you're welcome to shop wherever you like. But these are the ones that are appealing to me. Okay, so we've got the Mushroom Thief. The Mushroom Thief. It's making me go to another page. No, I don't want to go to another page. Go back. Oh, it's not giving me all the details. All right, well, I don't know his details without having to go to the other page, but you can see he's really cute. Stealing those purple mushrooms at night, the fox. Airmail. The table says it'll accept stamps or bread. And the Ice Cap Cabin. This one's a really beautiful silhouette of a penguin, but with the actual scene of its landform in its belly. Really, really effective use of colours. So very, very excited to be able to bring you them. And yes, you've got to order them, pre-order them by the 12th of August. All right, back to my website. And have we forgotten anyone? Going there. There's lots more on here that I've had from last year that haven't appeared yet. So I will be back with more designers as they appear. But I've got one last one that is available to pre-order right now, and that is Stitches by Ethel. And Stitches by Ethel was quite popular last year because of one particular design. Can you remember what it is? Are you yelling it out at me? No, Chicken and Waffles. Chicken and Waffles. So Chicken and Waffles has a friend. All right, so go into their page and tell you about what their Chicken and Waffles has. It's Chicken Waffles Do Halloween. So Chicken and Waffles it's called Halloween Chicken and Waffles. It's basically the same picture but with different accessories, so it would make a really great companion piece to the one if you've got it last year. And it is 143 by 107 DMC threads. Then they have some cute little ornaments, joyful Christmas ornaments, holly and the ivy and jingle bells. I like the simplicity of them. The finishing reminds me very much of the hands-on design style in the round pin keeps, but it's a very effective way to finish some ornaments. Nice and simple. They do have DMC with some classic color works, but again, you could substitute anything for these. I put in the little spools pin keeps, the Halloween spool with the cute cat and the Christmas spool with the Christmas tree. They are 60 by 60. They're nice and small. Oh, and I forgot to say those ornaments were 50 by 50. I thought this little squirrel in the pumpkin basket pin keep was so cute. So he made it in there at 65 by 60. And then they had a couple of other ones that were previously released, but I'm not sure if you guys have seen them. So I put in the Evergreens and Peppermint, which is 85 by 55. Halloween Moon, 67 by 80. This one's for Lucy. The Seaside Flamingos. It's only 90 by 60. Christmas Moon, which I know is from last year, 67 by 80. Really cute holly basket pin keep, 73 by 67. And then I threw in the October 31st pin keep with a cat on a pumpkin. And for those of us who like seagulls in summer, we've got Stars and Surf, 60 by 60. So as again, all of these designers have other charts, but if it's something you'd like, please message us through the website www.paddocklanedesigns.com and we will get it up so that you can pre-order. But keep in mind that pre-orders for these designers, a lot of them are the 12th of August, so you've only got about 2 weeks to order. All right, guys, that's it for me for today's special. I will be back in however many days it takes me to get enough more designers to tell you about. Happy pre-ordering, everyone.